Well, Jim, 2 goals, a clean sheet away from home. You must be delighted with that.
If anybody offered me that before the game, I'd have snapped the hand off. Tough place to come. They have lost here twice already to 2 strong sides in the league, so we felt we had a chance as long as we turned up and performed, worked hard. Perhaps rolled a luck. We certainly weren't at our best, but when it come to just doing the dirty side of the game and sticking to our task, I thought the lads were magnificent in that regard, and they'll be really tired in there, but I'm sure they'll be delighted with, like you said, 3 points, 2 more goals and a clean sheet on the road.
I suppose defensively as well, when you look at you were out Ash Palmer and Jamie Stott, it says a lot about the strength in depth to come here and keep a clean sheet.
Yeah, again, it's not just down to, I mean, James Jennings and Jordan Keane, who dropped in there, obviously did a magnificent job in keeping the clean sheet with Liam, but it was really down to the shift of the whole team. I mean, some of the players up front were, because we wanted to keep the extra one at the back, it meant the players up front had to do 2 jobs and, try and press and break, but also track fullbacks all the way up the pitch. So people like Connor Jennings, Adam Thomas were unsung heroes really, because they were giving us something going forward, but also being a second fullback at times, because fair play to Bromley, they really were aggressive in the way that they played, not physically, but just fullbacks, wingers in, extra players up front, and a lot of balls come in the box, and fortunately for us, the great chances they had they didn't take, and we were able to repel everything else.
Tell us a little bit about the change that you made at half-time, because he didn't have a bad game, Alex Reid, in the first half, but Sam's introduction just seemed to settle us down a little bit at the back.
Well, what we wanted to do was obviously play when you look at the size of the Bromley fullbacks, the tactics that we used against Yeovil by going wide and not using the quick one down the middle. When you look at Bush and Rizzy, they're probably the biggest, strongest fullbacks you're going to get in the league. So we wanted to try and play down the middle and maybe some weakness that might be in the central areas, and then so that was one aspect. We wanted to sort of make sure that we contained their 2 top goal scorers, Cheek and Alabi, and if we could do that and smother Coulson's and Hackett Fairchild's creativity in their second wave of threat, and I thought we did that really well. So it's not just like you said, the shape, it's just down to the work ethic of the players within that, but we have to be flexible. But to answer your question, I think as the game went on, we couldn't have 3 players down the middle. They needed to split, at times really needed to track and, if you like, become a 5-4-1. And I think that they had a brilliant opportunity where Bush overlapped and really switched off, and I thought if we can ask Gannon to do that job and Sam to stay on the full-back, wing-back position low, that could contain that threat, and it did. And obviously we expected that on the other side, but Connor Jennings was magnificent in terms of doing both sides of it. But like I said, it was a tactical switch to put a player that is really good at giving us a threat, but also tracking all the way to the goal line, and that was the only reason that we made that change.
And at the other end, 10 goals now for the season for John Rooney, and it was such a composed finish. He looks full of confidence at the minute.
Yeah, I think sometimes you can snatch at opportunities like that, and they can become scruffy finishes. But I mean, we've seen that at Wealdstone. If anybody looks at the highlights, the composure to take that touch and they'd set himself, and then a sure finish. Like I said, it's great for him, because again, he's another one like Connor Jennings that he's never found wanting when we're defending, but never found wanting when there's an opportunity to go and get in the box. And it was a difficult game because a lot of the time the ball went down the side, and he didn't get an opportunity to really dictate the play. But you'd always back him if you get an opportunity of a low cross. The lads did brilliant down the right, and we said, don't put the ball in the air. They got a keeper, they got big lads. Let's play it low. Ball comes to him, and like I said, the rest is the quality that John Rooney has.
2,000 fans here today, and some of the players out there, from our point of view, seem to really relish playing in front of a crowd again. What was it like for you? Yeah,
but it was brilliant, because when I sat on the bench as they were coming in, you could feel the hubba bubba, it didn't feel like 2,000. I think they were a bit subdued. Perhaps they were told they couldn't shout, but yeah, no, it's the start, and everybody, it's a bit surreal for everybody because you're socially distant, you can't get together, you can't chant, but I'm sure that everybody will get comfortable with the way it is and get going. But like I said, fortunately for us that we kept them quiet, and most of the time there was ghast of disappointment when they missed opportunities or decisions didn't go their way. But no, really pleased to see them back, the fans. I mean, they'd be disappointed with the showing in front of their fans, but it is brilliant just to have fans back, and hopefully, fingers crossed, everybody takes care of each other, and that we'll see more and more people coming back, and some normality coming back to us all.
back in London again now on Tuesday for Barnet. What's the plan now for us? Is it back to Carrington today, or do we stay overnight until the Tuesday game, or what's the plan?
There's no. I don't think anybody would want. I think you're probably talking about 5-figure sum to stay over. No, the lads want to go home. They've got families and friends, and so we'll be on the bus. We'll eat well. They'll have all the recovery strategy. I mean, we talked about it. We knew we were going in. Everybody was talking about West Ham, and I should be watching them. We've got 9 games before then, possibly 10, depending on how the FA Trophy goes. And we talked about not really about training and match preparation. We talked about recovery. So the recovery starts straight away. They'll be in there. The hydration, sleep, everything's important. But they'll be in their beds tonight. They'll eat well on the way home. They can do the recovery strategies tomorrow. At home. They've all got different ways of recovering, and then we'll train Monday. We'll have to pick up a few pieces, and just see how people are from knocks, and we've got to be careful because some players are really probably on the point of breaking in terms of their fatigue. But yeah, so we've got to get reset now for Barnet. We'll do all the work. I watched them during the week against Halifax, so we'll watch their game and we'll just take one game at a time. Lads will be preparing over the next couple of days. The staff will do their job. We'll just be as professional as we can. Coming down to London on Tuesday. We don't mind the fixture being changed from 6 to 7:45 because it's perfectly entitled, because that's better for fans. And it'd just be nice to again get on a nice grass pitch, play a game with atmosphere, and like I said, we're looking forward to that. But a lot of work to be done in terms of recovery and prep for that. And then we'll obviously be looking forward to Sutton at home next week. So a massive week ahead. We'll see how the results have gone today, but all we can do is just keep picking up points, keep scoring goals, and then we'll see where we go.